there again everyone, how are you doing today? I hope you're all having a fabulous day. If you are new here, then my name is Claire and we play with loads of makeup on this channel because we just love it. So today I thought I would kind of finish off using up the makeup that's in my new in drawer. It's been at the back of the drawer for ages because I've just bought new stuff and piled it on top and not really used it, so you know, it's just a travesty, isn't it? I mean, I've got a Huda Beauty palette, I've got I've got a little bit of Fenty here, so you know, we're just gonna use it up and see what we can create. I think I've pretty much got a full face, but we'll have to see, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. So my eyebrows are pretty done because I have recently had them laminated, so I'm just gonna give them a little brush. And this isn't one of my new products, but it is a Lamcome like brow brush. Now I don't like this unless my brows are laminated, I've got to be honest. I didn't like it at first, but now it seems to brush through quite nicely. Whether that's because the brows are laminated or not, I don't know. So I'm just going to brush that through just to give them a little bit more, because I do like my brows to be dark. Okay, so I have got this St. Luxe brow gel that I got in a palette, not a palette, an advent calendar at Christmas, and we're now in August, so you know, this is how long I've had this stuff. And it's like a clear gel, so I'm just going to use that to kind of brush through my brows. I don't really like the spoolie on it, to be honest with you. It's really big and it feels like there's nothing on the spoolie at first, but then when it's kind of going through your brow, you can feel it. Does that make sense? I will show you the spoolie in a second. Are those brows even? That's the thing. Okay, so that is the spoolie on that. See how it's quite big? I don't know if I like that or not. We'll have to wait and see if they stay in place for the day. Who knows if they will or not. I've got a few of these bits here I did get in my Glossy Box advent calendar, and I've just shoved them in my in drawer and just not used them. So yeah, I'm just going to use them up today. Okay, so I'm going to use my PLouise Base like I always do. This obviously was not in an advent calendar, but I'm just going to set the base on the brows. Okay, so I'm just going to fluff out the edges of that base because I'm not sure I'm going to go for like a really harsh look today. I don't really know what I'm going to go for, but I don't know if I want a harsh look. So we're just gonna see where we go with this, aren't we, really? So I picked up a Huda Beauty neon palette. This is it right here, and I picked this up in TK Maxx for £6.99. I think the RRP on these is well over £20. So it's a £9 palette, and that is the palette there. I mean, how gorge are those, like oranges and purples and this like greeny yellow here. Just amazing. I just thought it was right up my street, and I don't really buy Huda Beauty simply because it's so expensive, and can I justify the price? You know, it is super expensive, so I thought this being the bag, and there it is, was definitely worth a go. And if I really like it, then I probably will invest in more Huda Beauty palettes, if that makes sense. I kind of did the same with the Anastasia Beverly Hills when the Modern Renaissance came out. I really wanted it, so I waited and got it as a present for, I think it was a Mother's Day gift, and then since then I'm sold, and I just will invest my money in Anastasia. So we're just going to jump right into this. I think I'm going to do this pink colour here through my crease, and then maybe fluff it out with a little bit of orange. So I'm going to take this PC07 brush, I'm going to go in with that really light pink, and I'm just going to tap that through the crease. Oh god, that is pigmented. It's quite powdery though, to be honest with you. Pigmented. We'll just have to see how it blends. I'm just going to bring that down there slightly. Probably I'm going to fluff all of this out. I'm feeling pink and yellow today. Feeling it. Okay, so that is that done. I think I'm going to go in with, because I'm feeling pink and yellow, I think I'm going to go in with this yellow here and help kind of diffuse that pink colour. So I'm going to go in with this PC11 brush, which is like a fluffy brush but not like really fluffy. And I hope this isn't as powdery as the other one. it seems a little bit finer, but it's still powdery, for me anyway. And I'm just going to slightly like whiz that through. Going for sunset vibes today. So I'm patting it on and then blending. I'm liking that though. Yeah, it's blending well together, which is what we want. So yeah, I'm a bit disappointed at how powdery. I mean, I don't know if you can see when I tap it. You see how that? Not impressed with the amount of powder, but I am impressed with the pigmentation. So I'm going to take this Spectrum B07, and it's clean, and I'm just going to help buff those two together on a clean brush. Now we've got that product down. Okay, and we're just going to go back in with that pink on the more detailed brush again, and I'm just going to deepen it up again, because, you know, that's what we do. We put on, we blend, we deepen up, we put on, we blend, we deepen up. It's all about a work in progress. Does anybody else shop at TK Maxx for like makeup though? Because you get such good bargains, but at the moment I don't think it's as good as it has been in the past. So we'll have to see. TK Maxx, you're going to up your game again. Just going to deepen that yellow up a little bit more as well. And I'm just going to soften that edge up to the brow bone with that clean brush. Loving that though, I do feel like a sunset. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with a little bit more base on the lids, and then I think I'm going to go with this yellow, green, orange, gold looking colour here. Really love it. It's not yellow, it's not green, but it does look like it's got flecks of gold in it as well. So loving that colour. So let's just put a little bit more base on. Okay, so now I've got that down, I'm going to take this kind of flatter brush, go into that and just get that base down before I go in with my finger, because I want it to be quite neat in this part, but then I'm going to blow it into the pink as well. I've had to really dig into that. Oh my god, but I love that now though. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the old finger now and just, oh my word. Oh god, that's amazing, look at that. Look at that. God, I love it. So that is both lids done with the like yellow, gold, iridescent green glitter. Love it. You really have to dig deep, and it's quite chunky, and as you can see there's a little bit of fallout as well, which I'm just going to clean up. I mean, I'm not mad at it. It's not like excessive amounts of fallout or anything like that, but with it being a bit glittery, it does take a while to clean up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a little bit more of the pink again, and I'm just going to tidy that up slightly, and I'm going to buff that into the gold. I mean, I'm loving it though. The palette is so nice. Well, it should be for the price point, unless of course you can go on TK Maxx and get it for £6.99. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this like smaller fluffy brush, and I'm just going to blend the gold and the pink together. I'm going to take a little bit of that pink on there, and I'm just going to kind of blow the outer corners out slightly. Doesn't have to be neat because we can tidy that up when we come to concealer. And I'm just going to I'm going to get some tape and tidy this glitter up a bit because I feel like it's all over my face now. It's even on my chin. Okay, that's a little bit better. So I'm going to take that fluffier brush and I'm just going to bring this pink like under the eyes. And I'm going to swipe that all the way along and up into the corner. Okay, and I'm going to take like a smaller flat brush and go in with the orange and just run that like along the lash line, or like along the lashes. Okay, I'm kind of loving that right now. This palette is so worth it for £6.99. Would I have paid £25 for it, or £20? I will find out how much they are and I'll put it in the description box below. I probably would have, yeah, because it is so nice, and I will now probably look at other Huda Beauty products because I have enjoyed using this. There's a lot of fallout, I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of fallout, and I've had to really dig into this one here, but I've paid more for other palettes that haven't performed as well, so this was nice. So eyeliner, I've got an Lamcome liquid liner, and I've got a Makeup Revolution Crayon liner, pencil liner, both in black. So I think I might do a little bit of a liquid line on the lids and then put some Crayon in my waterline. So let's get this bad boy open. Okay, so the Lamcome liquid liner it looks like this. And oh, I like that. That felt lovely. That felt really, really nice, and it's so black. We'll just have to see how it dries, to be honest with you. But I'm just probably not gonna do a wing. I don't know. Should I do a wing? I'm not great at wings with liquid liners on myself. I've got to be honest. But let's see how we go. We'll see how we get into it. I always kind of start in the middle and go into the end. And I don't like to swipe it straight across. I like to a little bit at a time. Slow and steady wins the race, especially when it comes to eyeliner. I'm just going to do a small wing, I think. Okay, so that was nice. I felt like I had quite a lot of control over it. I did mess up a little bit here, but that was me, not the product. The felt tip pen nib was just super nice. It's like some of them can be a bit too hard, and then some of them are like super soft, so the minute you press down, but this, with just the right amount of pressure, you're just getting what you need from it, which I really liked. I don't have a lot of Lamcome makeup. I have a primer and this is pretty much it. But based on that, I probably will look at Lamcome a little bit more as a brand. Okay, so I'm just going to do my Crayon liner with this Makeup Revolution Crayon pencil. I think I got this in a Superdrug haul that I did a few weeks ago, and then I did a full look. If anyone wants to check that out, don't forget to check out the other videos on my channel. So yeah, liking that. I think the black really sets off the bright colours, which is nice. So I have got a KVD mascara in Trooper Black, and again this is a little mini that I got in the advent calendar that I've never used, but I'm kind of liking it. Looks like a squeezy bottle. I don't know why, I just like that. So I'm just going to put some mascara on. That's quite a chunky spoolie. I need to curl them first. Okay, let's jump into this now. So root to tip and a little wiggle. I mean that's quite nice. It's just nice. Nothing to write home about really. I mean, it's giving me a little bit more length. It's not really giving me any thickness. I think if I didn't have eyeliner on, you may be able to tell that it's giving me a little bit of help in the lash department. But other than that, it's nice. There's better drugstore products out there. The Maybelline Sky High being one of them, which I absolutely love. You know, compared to this, I'm not sure how much this is for a full-size product, but I'm sure it is a damn sight more expensive than the £9 that the Maybelline Sky High is. So, out of the two, I would choose the Maybelline, based on this first impression, obviously. Okay, so I'm not going to do my bottom lashes yet, I'm going to do those later on, but I'm going to put some primer on before I go and do my lashes, so it's got time to like kind of soak into the skin, which I do like. So I've got two primers. I've got the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer and the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Now I think I'm going to go for the Poreless today. These are two little minis as well that I got in a set of 3 in a Superdrug haul, and I used one and just left these in my new in drawer, and again I just haven't used them, which is just such a travesty, isn't it? Really. So that's the Poreless Putty Primer right there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring some out and put it on the back of my hand. That feels quite nice. I did like the other one that I used, which was the matte putty primer. But I do love like these little minis. I've said this before because it just gives you such an idea of whether you're going to like the product or not without spending so much money. And it's like the Huda Beauty, you know, TK Maxx is ideal for those types of things. £6.99, if I didn't like it then it wouldn't be the end of the world, but if I paid 20 odd pound for a £9 palette and then didn't like it, I'd be like, what? You know, wasting my bloody time here. Which is why I review these things for you guys. Okay, so primer on. Has it made me poreless? No. It feels nice. It feels like it's got quite an oily consistency. But we'll just have to see how the foundation goes on top of it. So while that is kind of setting down, I'm going to go and do my lashes, and then we're going to go and come right back and do the rest of the face. So that is lashes done. I have had to top up the Crayon liner again, which is not ideal, but you know, it is what it is. It's a Makeup Revolution liner that cost me about £2.50, so I'm not going to cry about it because my liner would run. So foundation, I've got two foundations in my new in drawer. I've got the NYX Born to Glow Natural Radiant Foundation and the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Freshwater Foundation in Powder. Now this is a bit of a viral foundation, so I think I'm going to try this one, and I got the colour 020 Ivory, so can't get open. So it has one of these spongy things, which I might try. It's got a mirror in it as well, in this little bit here, and this is the product basically. I'm just going to give it a go with this spongy thing. I'm not really keen on these, to be honest with you. I may go to a bit of a brush afterwards, but we'll see, because I don't really use powder foundations, to be honest with you. I mean, that seems a little bit like it would already be sat in pores. A little bit dry, to be honest with you, and I've only put it across my nose. I'm going to try a brush. I'm going to try this in the buff brush. Oh god, that's really powdery when you put a brush in it. And do it that way and try and like buff that in really lightly. I mean, that is better, but then the coverage is not as good. Alright if you want a matte finish. I don't think I'm feeling that, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe it wears well throughout the day. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get like it down with this stiff brush, and then I'm going to kind of go in with a dual fibre brush and give it a little bit of a, like a blend. Because I mean, I think it looks nice on camera, but in the flesh it's I feel like you can see all my pores, and I've got a pore filling primer on. So let's just, I mean, it doesn't like, you don't pick loads upon the brush, so I don't feel like it's like saturating my face in product. It is very, very powdery as well. I don't know if you can see the excess. I mean, it's a powder foundation, so I don't know what I'm expecting there, to be honest with you. Take this dual fibre brush and just like really lightly just try and like make it a bit less flat, if you know what I mean. I mean, it's okay. I can't remember how much it is. I think it's either £10 or £12, which is, it's not expensive, but it's not like really cheap. I feel like my face is quite cakey. I don't know if I like that. I feel like here, I don't know if you can see here, like when I smile, you can see like all of the, it's like, and I don't really have dry skin, but I mean, there's a bit of dry patch there. I feel like it's sticking to every dry bit here, and I didn't think I had dry skin there. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. But I do feel like this bit now looks weird. So concealer, I've got a B, which is Superdrug's own brand, Flawless concealer, and I have got the colour Fair in this. Now I don't know how this is going to go on top of that foundation. Maybe I should have done concealer first, but I don't generally. I think it depends on how I'm feeling, how I do it. It's quite light. The spoolie is, it's okay, it's a nice small little spoolie, and I'm just gonna put a little bit in the corner there and a little bit there, and I'm just gonna grab a brush and give that a buff. I mean, that's quite a transparent concealer. It's not like a full coverage in any way. I can still see bags, so I'm going to put a little bit more on. Just in the corner though. And bring that up there like that. And then I'm just going to take my finger and tap as well actually. I mean, that's not separating into the foundation either, which is good. There's a little bit there where I've buffed it there, but down here it's not. Not impressed, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I do still feel like you can see bags, but I don't want to go like too overboard with the product, simply because I have wrinkles under my eyes, so I'm just gonna look like I've got wrinkles. I can't remember how much I paid for this, but it's a Superdrug product, so it wasn't like super expensive, but I've got to say I'm not impressed. It's the first concealer in a long time that I've been unimpressed with, although I didn't like the I Heart Revolution one either. But yeah, I just feel like my skin looks crap right now. Really crap. Oh god, that's just awful. Under my eyes is just awful. I don't like this at all. I'm gonna put something else on top of that concealer. Okay, so I'm gonna use this Maybelline. No, it's not Maybelline, it's L'Oreal True Match Eye Cream in Concealer, and it's got pure hyaluronic acid in this, and I have quite liked this over the past couple of days. So I'm just gonna put a little bit just in the corners. God, I hate these pumpy things. See, now it's too much. See, one thing with this L'Oreal True Match one is I picked up Rose Porcelain, and I feel like it's quite orange. But mixed in with that other colour, that's not too bad. It's not a pale colour at all. For porcelain, you would think it would be a porcelain type colour, because I am pale as, but it's not. So I do kind of mix it in with something else, but I do like the consistency of it. So I'm just going to set my under eyes with my Essence brightening under eye powder. I hate this here. I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but it's literally stuck to every, like, I didn't know I had dry skin there. That's awful. That is awful. That is god awful. Okay, so anyway, bronzer. I've got an MUA bronzed matte bronzing powder. This is in the colour Solar. It says add a natural warmth with this buildable bronzed shade, beautifully matte. This powder bronzer, it sits lightly on top of the base of makeup. Well, let's hope it's light with this makeup, shall we? We better bloody hard do. Oh my god, that is so hard to open. So that is the bronzer right there. That's a lovely looking bronzer. I'm not going to judge it too harshly if it's a bit crap on top of this makeup, because it's awful. There's very little powder or kickback. And I'm just going to very lightly put that on and buff that through. And that's quite nice. I'm just going to tap it into the top of my forehead as well. That is quite nice. I do like that. That looks nice. Okay, so I didn't have a blusher in my new in drawer, so I'm going to go in with my BH Cosmetics Flower Power Powder. I love this. I generally either mix the top two together or the bottom two together. I think I'm going to go for the top two here. I'm going to give those a little mix and then start at the top and work my way down. See, that actually goes quite nice on top of the foundation. It's just the foundation looks crap. The product's going quite well on top of it. It's just that it's shit. I don't know how this is a viral makeup. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I mean, it may be good for like every day if you've got quite a lighter eye look on and you don't have to powder anything afterwards. It's quite quick in that respect. Next time I use it, I will put my concealer on before the foundation. I feel like it's not even covered my chin now. Like, my chin's a different colour to the rest of me. No, I'm not feeling it. I'm really not feeling it at all. I'm going to put a bit with the sponge on my chin and pat it in. No. Okay, so I have got 2 lots of highlighters. So I have a Fenty Beauty highlighter, but this is a liquid one, so I'm not going to use this today, and I really wanted to. But it's a liquid one, so I don't think it's going to go well on top of this powder foundation. But look at that. How gorgeous is that? And I just love the packaging. And I just haven't used it yet, and I need to use it, so that's probably going to go back into my new in drawer. But I've also got a Zoeva Screen Queen palette here, and this has got some gorgeous colours in, like a white, a pink and a bronze. Now that's probably a bit dark for me. I'd probably use that more as an eyeshadow, but these 2 are perfect. So I'm going to go in with the pink, the middle one. Oh, there's nothing coming. Is there anything on my brush? Put on my finger a little bit and tap it in. Oh, there we go. We've really got to dig deep. And just put that on there. See, that's like really pigmented now. Well, I think it's one of those where once you get down into it, that you then get your product. Like it has a top layer on, like a film, if you know what I mean. But now I feel like I've got too much on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend my blusher into it. I've not put any more blusher on my brush. And I'm going to go in with the white one. I'm going to put that on my inner corner, just to brighten that up a bit, because who doesn't love a nice inner corner colour? I might put a little bit on my brow bone, because why not? It's Friday. Like that. Okay, so I need to put mascara on my bottom lashes, and it's gone all over my under eye. Just what I wanted. Okay, let that dry. Okay, so I've got 2 lipsticks. I've got this really nice orange Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon, and a Huda Beauty Wedding Day lipstick. Now that is Wedding Day right there, which is a lovely like nude. And then I've got this ink crayon, which is not nude in the slightest. Though I want a bright lip with a bright look, because I want to go for a sunset, but I think I'm going to go for this just because I've been dying to use this. Really have. I'm going to put the Huda Beauty back into my new in drawer. I haven't got a lip liner, so I'm just going to go and grab one. Okay, so I've got my Urban Decay 24/7 Slide On Glide On in 714. I don't know what colour that is. So I'm just going to line the lips. Okay, so lips lined and looking suitably weird. I've been wanting to try this because I just love this colour. Oh, it just looks so nice. So let's give it a go. I love it. It smells nice too. It just feels so creamy. How nice that just went on so nice. Oh, I'm absolutely in love. Oh my god, I love the lips. I absolutely love the lips. Ow. Oh, that's got to be my favourite product out of all of those products. That lip crayon, I'm beyond words. Okay, so I haven't got a setting spray, so I'm just going to use my MAC setting spray in a passion. I was going to say a passion fruit, it's just passion, which I love because it smells fit. But we've got a finished look now, everybody. Out of all the new in products, I've got a finished look. I hate the foundation, I hate the base. I will keep giving it a go, but I hate it. Of all the products that I use, foundation is, I find more foundations I hate than I like. I mean, an eyeshadow, oh, I've not done that there. An eyeshadow is, you know, I can generally make that work. There's not a lot of eyeshadows that I dislike. So for me, it's the price point of the eyeshadow that makes it appealing. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some that are absolutely awful, no matter how much you pay for them. And it's the same with everything, but out of eyeshadows, lashes, eyeliners, lipsticks, you know, bronzers, the whole makeup universe. I find more foundations that I hate than any other product that I use, and I hate this one. I wish I used the NYX one now. Maybe I'll use that in my next video, but I haven't got a lot left in my new wind drawer now, so now is my opportunity to do a bit of research, look at what's coming out and get some new stuff, and not just pile it on stuff that's top of stuff that's already in there, which is, you know, it's just a waste. It's an absolute waste. I loved the eyeshadow. It was good for £6.99, which is what I paid for it. Like I said, I probably would have paid the £25 now, and there are other colour stories in this palette which I will probably now try, especially if they've got me TK Maxx for £6.99. I'm not gonna lie, I love a bargain. It's the best thing in the world when you get a bargain, especially when it comes to makeup. The lipstick though. The lipstick was probably one of the cheaper products that I used, and one of the ones that I loved the most. Okay, so I've just googled it and this is £9.99. Now I got this on a 3 for 2 and it's still on a 3 for 2 at Superdrug, which I think is amazing. I mean, £9.99 for a drugstore lip product is probably a little bit on the pricey side, because you know, you can get some more high-end ones for probably £15, £16, £17, but this is nice. It's a matte finish, but it doesn't feel drying. It's super nice. The concealer I hated. I don't want to talk about it. It was like water. Hated it. And that was one of the first products I tried from the B range in Superdrug, but now that's kind of put me off a little bit to try even more, if you know what I mean. But I hate the L'Oreal foundation, and I have standard L'Oreal Infallible. I have L'Oreal True Match, which I absolutely love. I just hate that one. That one was awful. I still feel like it's like things stuck to, I mean, it feels dry. My skin feels super dry, and you know, and it's got a crap ton of moisturiser on it before I even put my makeup on. It just feels super dry. The highlighter was okay. It's not, you know, I'm not gonna rave about it. It was okay. Bit powdery once I got into it. When I first like rubbed my brush in it, it looked like there was nothing coming out, and then when she kind of, one of those ones, it just seems to have like a film over the top, don't they? When I got into it, it was okay. But yeah, that is the end of the video. I'll go out and buy one of these because I absolutely bloody loved it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, hit the like, subscribe, please subscribe. I would love to hit a new milestone in the subscriber world before the end of the year, and I hope to see you in the next video, guys. Bye.